Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome all. Week 5. I can't believe we're at the halfway mark. Pretty damn cool. Um, First things first that we want to say is congratulations to Team Ascent for getting another Sacred Time Guardian Award. Congratulations, you guys. You guys are smashing it out of the park with the Time Guardians Award. Definitely in the lead. That is the Time Guardian Award for the day. For those of you who weren't here last week, we have upgraded our Keen Bunny Gem into a Sacred Time Guardian Award. So that is what is happening. And just checking in for our diamond gems. We've upgraded those puppies, as you know, to the devoted diamond keepers, whereby you need to get 4 practice diamond gems to become a devoted diamond keeper. How many diamond gems have we got so far? Does people want to pop a number in the chat? How many diamond gems have you got so far? What do we got going on? Who's in the lead with the diamond gem situation? Pop it in the chat, guys. Who is smashing it out of the park for the diamond gems? What do we got? I know some of you definitely have a few already. I'm going to pop that little puppy in the chat and just making sure your chat is open so that you guys can put the things in that you need. Look at you, Scarlet Kylia, 3 devoted diamond gems. Amazing. Anybody else want to pop in? How many you got? What's going on? Who's competition? What is happening? Pop it in the chat, darlings. I know that some of you definitely have some. Be proud, whatever you've got. There's still heaps of time to become a devoted diamond keeper. Pop those little puppies in the chat. So people are cracking me up. Neen just put 11. That is actually funny. That did crack me up. All right. Let's do this, my darlings. Let's kick this off. We are in quest number 1. Let's just work out where we are. Let's just do a little, as we always do, just like get situated. We have got our magic gem. We, in week 2, got our Zen gem. Then we activated our healer. Last week, we got our love gem. Today, we're getting our life gem. Next week, mission gem, whereby we will have our first ceremony and activate our master gift, which is pretty cool beans. Then we are going to go on to quest 2 to get our master crown. That's where we start to develop mastery with our tools and our remedies. And then we go into quest 3 to get our honor wands, where we develop skills in service and we develop overall mastery, integrating all our tools into our lives. And do not forget that I am on the lookout for the Grandmaster Quester. You are very welcome to let me know if you think someone should be the Grandmaster Quester. And I will also be looking. And that basically I'm just looking for someone who is outstanding in the way they turn up in the space. Remembering always our intentions are to create a very sacred container of love and support, to create a system for life, and as always, to create alchemy in all areas of our lives. Tuning into your own personal intentions, bringing those into the space, it just creates more power every single time. Remembering what we did last week, mission 4, we did a little deep dive into magic posse. We activated our senses, clairsentience, and we looked at the area of life, love, and relationships. We started practicing the art of psychometry. We programmed some crystals, activating some earth remedies. We learned the wands in the tarot journey. We did some breakout action. Today, mission 5, we are going to connect with spirit or source itself. We are going to activate our clairempathy, or the energy of feeling, and we're going to look at the area of life. We are going to play with color. We're going to start looking at dreamings. We're going to explore pentacles, bunch of breakout rooms. It is all happening. And after today, we have our first practice party. So it's like good in the hood. Good things are happening today. Good things are happening today. And let's kick right in. Let's kick right in, darlings. As always, acknowledging country and acknowledging all posse. So I would like to bring into the space an acknowledgement and a blessing and gratitude for the entire Earth posse, the entire Ascended posse, and the entire magical posse. I'd like to call all of these beings into the space, past, present, and future, and we thank you for your support and love always. I also call in Source or Spirit itself. Okay, we're going to kick off today with our hot master tip because I'm actually going to bring this hot master tip into the journey that we're going to jump straight into. And I'm just going to take a very brief moment to talk about manifesting. Man, this is a hot topic. This is a friggin' hot topic in the realms. Every puppy and their dog is going on about manifesting, what works, what doesn't work. Um, I find that we learn a lot through failing. You know, well, I certainly have learned a lot through failed manifesting gone wrong. And I guess this is what I have learned in my many years of playing with the art of manifesting, you know, visioning, writing lists, like how does this puppy actually work into creating things into the real physical world in our lives. And what I found is this, I've tried to create this image um, to support you guys. So in understanding how this can work. This is what I feel. Manifesting created just from the mind, in my experience, generally doesn't go that well. Especially if there's a lot of force and a lot of control energy behind it. I guess the example I want to share is when some of you know this, some of you don't. When I was in my 20s, I was a singer-songwriter. I was an active singer-songwriter. For about 10 years, I did a lot of gigging, performed, a lot of recording, a lot of collaborating with various artists, and I was on a mission to kind of become famous. You know, I had this thing that I felt I needed to make a difference in the world, and I decided that it was going to be through my music. And there was so much force behind my almost obsessiveness around deciding that had to be the outcome of my life. And what ended up happening was a major injury whereby I got pneumonia and kept singing and ended up damaging my voice permanently and it ended my singing career instantly. And I ended up in speech therapy for a year, relearning how to talk because I had done so much damage to my voice. So that was the lesson of my life around manifesting through the energy of force. And I think most of us have heard stories around people who perhaps had a path where they were going to become they thought they were becoming a famous athlete, and then a major injury came and just took them off that path because actually, in some way, they were somewhat off course. And so that's what I feel about manifesting is that if there's an energy of push and force that is a little bit over the top, um, I would tune into that and query it. If there is a hardcore push and force, it may be that your mind rather than your soul is trying to drive that bus. So, what I think works best is going into a place of your highest timeline. So, that is like you go into kind of a meditative place, and I'm going to take you there in the first journey that I take you guys into because this is something you just have to experience if you haven't already experienced it. So you go into your highest timeline and you allow your soul to actually reveal to you what it is that it wants for your life in the highest possible version of your life. Once you start tuning into what that is in all three areas of your life, the area of life about you, the area about relationships, and the area about like career and life itself, then you can start going into. So, this chick is the one who's dreaming up, communing with spirit, saying, Spirit, show me. I have some things that I really love, but can you show me more? Then we have this chick who's starting to do the work. So she's practicing, and by practicing, what that means is you want to repeat the feelings that you're having, whereby you're already living that life. So once you've received this vision, then you want to go back to it again and again and again and again. And you want to start re-feeling that in your body. And that is a regular practice that they recommend daily, at least like 5 minutes a day. But even apparently, it's something like 67 seconds is what makes the difference in flipping the brain into starting to think something is real, and the brain starts actually bringing that stuff, magnetizing it towards you. Then we have this little homie who's in a place of prayer and surrender. This is about letting go of the parts of you that are not in alignment with the greater vision for your life. So for example, if you have a great vision for a profound soul love that is potent and true and pure from a space of devotion and adoration and reciprocity, and you are still sitting in a place of deep self-loathing, there is a part of you that's going to fight bringing that to you. So this place is about getting real about the parts of you that are in conflict with what you truly desire, doing the work required to release those, and going into a place of prayer and allow the timing, allow the way spirit wants to bring that to you, listening to the intuitive nudges to get you there. And the image that I've additionally put here is this compass with wings. And for me, I was sort of trying to think, what could I put to symbolize the way that I think manifesting works? And I put this compass with wings because I do think you need to have an overall vision for your life. Like, you can't just say, Spirit, just bring me whatever you want. Like, I think spirit doesn't really know what to do with that. Spirit's like, dude, give me something. Like, do you want to be a dancer? Like, do you like, what do you like? Like, what do you want? So you do want to start getting clear around what brings you joy, because it's going to be you've got about 200 different possible timelines, so all the rest, like probably there's thousands actually. But you want to help spirit with what it is that you want spirit to guide you towards. And then you want to do that in a place of surrender, a place with wings. So that is my hot tip. That's your little homie's hot master tip on power manifesting. And that is what I have learnt in my many years of life. Bless my darling heart. Now, what we're going to do, oh yeah, I wanted to mention this too, because manifestation is all about energy. I just wanted to remind us that, remember how we looked at our biofield a couple of weeks ago? You can't manifest, it's pretty tough to manifest if your energy is full of hating, if your energy is full of rage and hatred. What you're going to manifest cannot be full of love. They are not in alignment, and energy cannot lie. So if you are real about wanting to manifest something divine and gorgeous in your life, your number one job is to bring your energy into alignment with what it is that you are seeking to manifest. So that is just a little reminder of that. So we are going to start off today by jumping straight into a journey, darling, straight into a journey. So I would love for you guys, what we're going to do today, we're going to look at clairempathy or feeling. We are going to look at source and spirit. We're going to just connect with source and spirit itself. We're going to start looking at the areas of life around life itself, around career, wealth, home, and lifestyle. And I'm going to bring you in to some power manifesting in action. And I'm going to take you into your highest timeline for you to start getting jiggy with what it is that your soul really desires for your life. This is really damn cool. And this is a process you're going to be able to repeat whenever you desire. So just grabbing your sheets. Now, the ones on life are page 22. For those of you working with your workbook, page 22 is what you need. Excuse me. Page 22 is what you need. Now, getting comfy, darlings, because we are going to do a journey. So grabbing your notes, Grabbing maybe some blank paper as well, and making sure you've got the notes ready to go for the area of life for those 4 areas. Do, do, do. And just getting nice and relaxed. Things inside you. The music is too loud, just let it go. Oh, finding himself as always on the path. There is that beautiful path that you recognize, the forest path. I want you to see yourself moving through that path. Crunching of leaves, shards of light, birds chirping, benevolent little animals carrying around you, full of love, full of joy. And move out into the clearing, and behind the clearing is your mountain. You're so excited to get up to the top of this mountain because you can't wait to see what is before you today. And as you reach the top of your mountain today, you see your magical soulscape before you, full of all your magical portals as always. The portal you need to go to right now is the Magic Power Palace. I want you to see yourself going straight there, straight to the Magic Power Palace. When you are there at the Magic Power Palace, I want you to step inside, and on the right you will see all those little portals that we have already covered. Seeing, the hearing, the smelling, tasting, and on the left, little portals for sensing, feeling, and knowing. And right now I want you to go straight towards the feeling portal. Clairempathy portal will activate your emotional self. I'd like you now to step inside the clairempathy portal, the feeling portal, and as you do, you see, as always before you, the lever, a massive lever, and a dial. But today there's something extra that we're going to do. As you see the lever and the dial before you, you also notice that your heart begins to shine. Your heart begins to become illuminated because your heart is begging to form a bond with this portal. So what I'd like you to do now is to see the silver thread coming directly out of your heart and going straight in to the portal itself, perhaps into the ground, perhaps into the walls, perhaps into the ceiling of the portal, however it works for you. But I want your heart to form a direct bond and connection with the portal. And feel that connection all through you. And now I want you to look at that dial, and whatever number that dial is on, I want you to intuitively turn it to the number that it needs to be on right now. Whatever number it needs to be on right now. And now looking at the lever, in whatever position it is, we are now going to grab that lever, and on the count of 3, we are going to push that lever completely down into the on position. 1, 2, 3. Shh. On. Activating your emotional center, your clear empathy, your energy of feeling as a psychic language through your body. And as you activate this, I want you to feel. I want you to feel and remember a moment in your life when you felt so much joy that it almost overwhelmed you and moved you to tears. And I want you to feel and remember a time in your life when you are with some people that you adore, laughing, something that is cracking you up, and you are just bursting with that pure joy of being in the presence of people. Just fill your heart with lightness and play. I want you to feel some people in your life that you love, or perhaps animals that you love, whatever it is that you love. I want you to feel these now. I want you to feel the love that you have and emanate that from your heart. You are a feeling being. Is one of the greatest gifts of our human experience. That is why we all sign up in the other realms and the other planes for this human ride, because we want to know what it is to create a life and to feel all the things this shining these feelings, pouring these feelings down around you. You feel gratitude now. Whatever it is that you are most grateful for in this life, anything and everything, pouring that gratitude through your body, feeling. Thanking this portal now. Thanking this portal of reminding you that you are here and that it can speak to you in messages, emotions, good or bad, through emotion. And so now, stepping out of the little portal they're sent to you. Thanking this portal. If you need to remove the bond, you can. If you feel to leave it, you can, whatever's true for you. Stepping completely out of the Magic Power Palace and going straight over to the Posse Connect portal. That's what it's straight over to the Posse Connect portal. And you see there in the Posse Connect portal 4 different pods, one for the Magic Posse, one for the Earth Posse, one for the Ascended Posse, and one for Source, Spirit, God, or perhaps you use the word God. Whatever word is right for you, the soul is right for this grand being of creation. And so now what I'd like you to do is to face this posse of souls, spirit, God, grandness, greatness. And I want you to create a bond, sending a peace thread from you into this little portal itself, form a tight, strong bond. And as you form this bond, now I want you to tune in. What does source really love? What does source you like? What is source? What is this great being, this great master energy? To give and honor, connect, grant for one. Is there anything that you see? Is there anything you hear? Do you smell or taste anything? Do you sense anything? Do you feel anything? Or do you simply know? What do you experience as you merge? As you are. Part of source within you, connecting with source itself. Now tuning in, is there anything this grand energy wants you to know or do right now about any area of your life? Is there anything that this grand energy wants you to know or do right now? Jotting it down. And thanking this extraordinary being for what it has brought you, for this connection, for the remembering, the simplicity and profundity of the depth. What's here for you every day? And gratitude to this energy. Either keep the bond formed, release the bond, whatever's true for you. I'd like you to step away from that portal and step out of the Posse Connect portal and instantly find yourself at the doorway of the creation hall. Step inside the creation hall, and there, as always, you see 3 pods of energy. Pod of energy that is all about you. Pod of energy that is all about love and relationships. And the pod of energy that is all about life itself. And today, what I'd like you to do is move towards the energy that is all about life. And as you do, you see before you 4 doors, as always. First door, about your career. The second door, about wealth. The third door, about your home. And the fourth door, about your lifestyle. And so now what we're doing is we're going to go to this career door. Like to stand before the career door, open it. You can either step inside or simply see what reveals itself in the career door. And what I would like you to ask is for a question for your quest. What question do you need to ask around the area of career? What is the most important question that you need to ask about career? Jotting that down. And now that you have your question, I want you to ask this portal for your first answer. What do you need to know or do in response to this question? What do you need to know or do in response to this question? Tuning into your first message around the area of career. Trusting yourself. Jotting that down. Closing that door. And now going towards the wealth door, the second door, door of finances and money. We live in a world run by an economy, and money matters. Money makes a difference in the opportunities that life brings us. And so, looking at this area of wealth, I want you to open the door and immediately seek your question for the area of life around wealth. What is your question? The area of wealth. What is your question around money? Now that you have your question, tuning in for your first answer, what do you need to know or do around this area of money? You need to know or do around this area of money. Jotting that down. Now the third door around your home. You open the door and there is a question waiting for you. What is the question you need to know around home? What is the question you need to know? Jotting that down. Now seeking your first answer around the area of home. What do you need to know or do? The first answer for the home. What do you need to know or do about your home? Now the fourth door begins to call you, and so you close this door of home and you move towards the fourth door. You open the fourth door of lifestyle and immediately a question appears for you. What do you need to know about your kind of lifestyle? What is the right question for you around lifestyle? Shutting it down. And now tune in your first message about your lifestyle in response to your question. What do you need to know or do in response to your lifestyle question? What is your first message? Jotting that down. And then closing that door too, and stepping out of the life portal, that life portal where you've been exploring those 4 doors, and standing right in the center of your creation portal, where you can see the 3 portals around you, the portal about you, the portal about love, and the portal about life, right in the center of the creation portal. And as you stand in the center of your creation portal, you see a new doorway waiting for you, and it is the time travel doorway. The time travel doorway into the multiple timelines possible for your life. It is your magical time travel doorway. When you move towards this doorway, knowing that when you open this doorway, you are about to see something different. You are about to see the greatest version of your life, the grandest timeline, the timeline where you alchemize all your fears and your doubts, where you become everything you knew you were here to become, where you form love bonds that you cannot believe the magnificence of, and where you create the life and lifestyle that fills you to the absolute. Really, that's the timeline we're stepping into. And so you open the door, and the first thing that you see is the area of life around you. You see, when you open that door and step inside, you're in this bizarre magical world that feels like it's light-filled, full of starry magic, and you know that you are somewhere special because you feel elated, you feel extraordinary. I want you to look at this area. This magic is divided into 3 little pools of energy that we're going to dive into. Firstly, feeling into the energy that is all about you, all about your soul, all about your personal development and growth, how you've navigated your mind, your emotions, all about what you do for fun, all about your body and your health. I want you to see, hear, smell, taste, sense, feel, and know what is the greatest version of your soul. That's all about you. What is something worth chasing, something worth fighting for, something worth really doing? What is that for you? What are you doing for fun? What activities are you doing? What does your life comprise of? What does your body look like? This is the highest version of your timeline, and you are driving this bus. You are in charge. What is the highest thing possible for you? Tuning into that. Feeling it pour through your body. And now seeing another little pool light up that is around the area of love and relationships. And I want you to look at that now and tune in. What do you see around the energy of partnership, family, friends, and community? What is here for you in this area of people and love? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you smell or taste? What do you sense? What do you know? What presents for you in the highest version of your timeline? What love? What kind of love is you? Jotting anything down? Helpful? And now tuning into the third portal, calling the portal about life itself. Your career, money and abundance, your home, and your lifestyle, how you live. I want you to tune in now to this highest timeline of your life. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell or taste? What do you sense? What do you feel? And what do you know? Your greatest possible life as revealed to you by you and Source itself. And so now, what I'd like you to do is to tune in to how it feels to have witnessed this version of you, the grandest, greatest version of you that you know is inside you, that you know you are capable of, that you know is possible. I want you to now feel what that feels like. What would it be like to live that? Imagine if you could make this real. Imagine if this was real, because it is real in the greatest version of your timeline, and you are driving the bus, you are in charge, and you can create this. I want you to feel these emotions, flood them through your body. And then as you flood these emotions through your body, I want you to imagine that there is a dial in front of you. And I want you to turn that dial up to 10 and just pour those emotions through your body once again, 10 times stronger. Pour those emotions through your body of wonderment, of joy, of play, of love, of connection, of ecstasy, of being moved to tears from the fulfillment of being, doing everything that you have ever dreamed of. Thanking Source and Spirit now for this experience. Thanking your higher timeline for revealing its gifts to you. And I ask you to step out of that time-traveling portal back into the creation portal itself. Shaking that off a little. Stepping out of the creation portal, moving straight through the space, and seeing yourself go down the mountain. Down the mountain, down the mountain. In an absolute instant, finding yourself in the clearing and finding yourself moving through the forest path, the crunching of leaves, shards of light, birds chirping, gorgeous little animals swarming. So much joy, so much peace, so much wonder. You find the path landing back into the room, sitting right now. Gently shaking your hands, your feet, your legs. bringing yourself back into this present moment, taking a few deep breaths, maybe reaching for some water. And just finding yourself back in the space, my loves. Back in the space, my loves. Hmm. And when you are ready, I would love for you to just pop quickly in the chat. How was that experience for you? Just a couple of words from a few people so that I know that you are back in your centers. Perfect, nice. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit for us to land. Perfect. Ah, I see. Okay, cool. I had the music louder. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you found that hard to hear me at times. If you ever can't hear me, please just let me know in the chat and I'll turn the music down. Yeah, I turned the music up today because people had said it was a bit soft last time. So just make sure you always let me know so that I can alter it and make sure you can all hear me. Beautiful. Nice. Rich, loved it so much. Want to go back to the taped recording and do it again to get more mind wandered a bit. Great exercise. Love that one. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Yeah, they're all going to be different. This was definitely one of my favorites. Little bit challenging today. Okay, a bit scattered. Yeah, sure. Okay, perfect. Feeling back. Yeah, I think that's what happens with these um, journeys is we do get the opportunity to land back in our center and we don't always get everything the first time. That's why you get the recordings and you can redo them as many times as feels right. So perfect, guys. Now we are going to do something. Thanks for all that, for the feedback. We are going to do something a little bit different today. I think you guys are going to like it. Perfect. Yeah, people saying they could do it again and receive even more. Yeah, it's tailored for that one. This one specifically is tailored, especially those last 5 minutes in the manifestation portal. That little segment is tailored to be able to redo and redo and redo. And it's quite short. It's less than 10 minutes, that little segment in the manifestation portal. I think it was only seven minutes or something. So perfect, guys. Now we're going to do something a bit different. I want you to gather all your all the notes you've got so far around the questions of areas of life. I want you to get all of them so far because this is going to be something a little bit interesting that we're going to try. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I am trusting that it is going to be something a little bit interesting. Now, what I might do is I might just say for those of you watching the recording, what I would like you to do is to press pause now and to do 3 mini readings for yourself. 3 mini readings for yourself, 2 to 3 minutes each on any area of life around all the questions that you've got so far. So that is my guidance for you watching the recordings, my loves. All right, now what we are going to do for those of you do. I forgot before we do this cool thing that we're going to do is we have to we have to celebrate that we just got a life action plan gem. And in order to celebrate that, you are going to love this. I have got cool things that I have got happening. Oh my God, life action gems. Where are we? Am I doing it? I'm sending him. Yeah, baby. I'm sending him into the space. Yeah, baby. Look at this. I got all the things. Oh my God. I was so down with it. I was down with it. I was into it. Celebrating all of us for getting our little gorgeous life gems, celebrating all of us, darlings. Okay, now we are going to do. All right. And I did want to show you guys because look, with our little gem party, I forgot to tell you guys last time, but you know how our little homeboy is up here in her hands? The idea is that he is about to go into the mosh pit and be crowd surfed. I don't know if anyone is into that the way that I am, but I was cracking myself up creating this little puppy, knowing in my mind, it's like he's about to go crowd surfing. Anyway, I thought that was rad. That is for me. But anyway, my brain works. How was that experience? Does somebody want to pop something in the chat? Oh, beautiful. People are going to message each other the rest of that card. I love that. That is beautiful. How was that experience? I know that it was crazy fast. I just wanted to see how that went, like jumping in and out of breakout rooms. How did we vibe? Lots of pressure. Yes, fun, pressure, so fun. This is what I was hoping. I thought it could be really cool. All right, awesome guys. I wanted this like instant pace kind of vibe. Okay, my loves. Loved the changing rooms. Okay, cool. I had a vision of it and I was like, I'm gonna do it. Little bit stressful, yeah. Okay, because it is fast. We're all different, so and this is kind of what I thought, like not everyone was gonna adore it, but I knew some people would really vibe it and love it. So, okay, just trusting that however you did is perfect. Some of us like more space and more time. Um, Okay, doubt is a bit scared to say what comes. Yeah, that's cool, honey. We doubt ourselves. That's why we're here. That's why we're here to build that confidence and support each other. And I think I wanted to just make it fun and light. And when there's something that happens with speed and pressure is it can actually kind of like force yourself to kind of go, oh my God, like maybe it's just this, like, so you can't overthink it because there's no time. So it's just another approach. So that's why I wanted to give it a go. Perfect. Concise speech. Yeah, people working on concise speech. Perfect. Everything you've said is valid. This is all amazing. Thanks, guys, for just being such good sports and giving it a go. I'm so proud of you all for giving that a go. Now we are going to take a 2-minute break. I thought this is the perfect spot for a 2-minute break. So just quickly go, little pee break, water break, whatever you need, and we will be right back to go into color, dreaming, and pentacles. So 2 minutes. What time is it on the clock? 8:13, 8:15. See you back in 2 minutes, my loves. Yeah, baby, we are resuming the recording. I might just read that out as well for the recording. Just someone commented here just saying that even though it was stressful, surprised that they were able to get some information come through so it can be done quickly, which is a good lesson for me. I think that's something good for all of us to remember because, we're not perfect. We're just turning up, giving it a crack. That's all we're doing. We're freaking amazing. All right, let us do this. We have had our little mini break. And we are going to do one of the recharge remedies today. We have looked at plants, we have looked at earth remedies, and today we're going to look at color therapy. And next week we're going to create our own little posse energy essence. So we're looking at color today. And just briefly, color magic. Color is a cool thing. I don't know how much you guys have explored color. I am really into color. You can probably tell by my friggin' slides. They are like a whole experience. Um, I personally think one of the ways that I receive color the most is through eating and drinking it. I get really guided when I do my groceries. Like my body is quite demanding. It sort of like calls out. It's like, I want that beetroot. I want that bag of red capsicum. I want that bag of like green spinach. And I know that it's partly the colors. It's not just the nutrients or the food signature within the foods itself. I know that it's the colors. I can feel that it's the colors that my body wants. And I can tell when I haven't had much of a color. Like orange food has particular stuff, that my body will start craving, papaya or mandarins or whatever it may be. So, or carrots. So color is a real thing. I don't know who has also used lights. I love using lights as color therapy. See, I have many times in my life um, had different colored light bulbs, and I've also had one of those little candles that has like a remote control where you can switch colors, so you can light up your whole room in different colors. And oh man, I love that. I used to use it so much. So what we're going to do today, I was like, what can we do today? I'm going to get a little bit of musica happening again, and just turning, I might turn it down a little bit today. It was a bit loud last time, so let's get that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we just got some music because what we're going to do is just gathering all the bits. Hopefully you guys brought some stuff, and if not, I'm going to hold some things up in the screen. And I want you to just tune in intuitively, maybe getting some blank paper beside you. We're going to do a very, very, very brief journey on this. Very brief, just looking at color. And what do we need to know about color today? So we're going to do a little journey through a little color party time. I'm going to use the chakras just as a little bit of a guide, but we're going to start beneath that. So we're going to start with the color black. So just tuning in now, maybe closing your eyes, maybe taking a breath, whatever feels right. Actually, you can't really close your eyes because you're looking at color. God bless you. Whatever feels right for you, just taking a breath, but kind of landing in that seeing space of that like zhuzh, where you soften and land. When you hold or feel the color black, or just see the color black, what do you feel? What do you get? Is there a message for you right now around the color black? Is black a color that wants to be more in your life? Do you need more black? Do you need less black? Tuning into that. And now brown. I want you to tune in to this color brown. There's many tones of brown. There's something very nourishing, supportive, sustaining around the color brown. Very particular feeling that it gives when you wear it, when you hold it. What is brown, a color brown for you? It's going to be different for everyone. So just tuning in, a couple of words. What is brown for you? What is brown for you? Does your body want more brown, less brown? Now the color red. Grabbing anything that you have that is red. What does red do for you? When you look at red, what happens in your body? Red, color of our root chakra, survival, strength. Something very powerful and strong around this color red. Nothing really soft about it. Linked to our survival. What is red for you? What do you need to know about red? And the color orange, your sacral chakra, about desire. What do you feel when you look at the color orange? Is it exciting? Do you feel passion? It is a very activating color, especially a very bright orange. This one is not fully bright orange, the best I could do. Orange, it's such a happy color. Strong, powerful color. Nothing soft about that puppy. And then we have yellow. Got like this mustard yellow. Tuning into the color yellow. Color of our solar plexus and our will chakra. What does yellow want to tell you? What does the color yellow want to share with you? Tuning into the energy of yellow for you. Do you need more yellow? Less yellow? What's going on with yellow? What do you feel when you look at yellow? Do you feel anything? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? What's going on with yellow? Tuning into green, heart chakra, green, beautiful green. Color of so many things in the earth, so many plants full of green. Green is everywhere. Oh, color of our heart chakra. What do you need to know about green today? Jotting anything down, you need more or less. What does green have to teach you today? I'm now going to blue. Color of our throat chakra. What does blue want to show you or reveal to you? The color of expression and communication. What does blue have for you today? What does blue have for you? What do you need to know about this color? Do you need more or less of it? How do you feel when you look at it, hold it? Very soothing. Now very deep blue, if you have it, that kind of indigo-y. I don't have an exact indigo, so I've got this like navy blue, kind of vibing into that deep, deep, dark blue bordering on that, just starting the realm of the purple. Indigo. How does this feel? Powerful. Do you need more of this color? Do you need less? What does this color have for you? And how about the color purple? Color violet? Classic hippie color. Connected to our crown, and that indigo was connected to our third eye. Now this violet, connected to our crown, connected to unity and all that is. Beautiful color, purple, violet, classic hippie color. You feel when you look at the color violet or purple. What does violet or purple have for you? Does your body want more or less of it? And we're just also going to look at the color pink as we move out of that. The color pink, a soft pink. What do you feel when you see that baby marshmallow style pink? Do you need more pink in your life? Less pink? There's so many types of pink, right? There's this soft pink, there's the fuchsia pink, all the pinks, and every color has all the levels. It's so expansive, there's infinite colors. Just tuning in, do you need more or less pink? What does pink have for you today? The last color we are looking at is white. White. How do you feel when you look at the color white? How do you feel when you look at the color white? What does white do for you? Often deeply connected with source and spirit. And purity. What is white for you? You need more or less white? Tuning into that now. Thanking your soul for any guidance that you have received through your color journey. And I would love for you guys, I know that was super speedy, but I would love for you guys to just let me know, how was the color experience for you, darlings? How was the color experience? Yeah, cool. How was the color experience for you? Anything in the chat on how that little, just a little mini, I think what I wanted was just to help everyone remember that color is a thing that you can really use to support yourself. And just, just really a reminder that we have color to support us. It's here for us. Anybody want to pop anything in the chat? Loved it. Okay, the colors really speak to you all the time. Great to tune into each color. Awesome, awesome, honey. This is what I was hoping for. Awesome, super clear at the start, although towards the end I stopped getting clear messages. Okay, perfect. That's fine too. Sometimes what can happen is that, like, we just went through, I don't want to count them. There's a lot of colors, like probably like, I don't know, 10, at least 10 colors. So it can be that sometimes it's a bit of overwhelm and our body is still catching up on the prior color, So I just see it as a win if you get anything from any of these processes. It's just showing you that there's something real to this. This is a tool you can utilize. If one of your chakras feels off, if you're lacking confidence, it really does work when you wear that yellow and the orange. If you're feeling fearful, it really does work if you bring in the red to ground. Oh, yes, that's right. I know that Shawnee has told me that he uses color to pick oracle cards. He was telling me this recently that when he's looking at the deck, that the card will have a color and that's how he knows how to pick it. I was like, dude, that is epic. That is cool. I love it. People are frothing on that. People are frothing on that, Shawnee. All right, yeah, cool. And yes, Savara, like feel free to try that. Color is a really cool tool. I felt it was important to bring in because it's awesome.
It's
Thanks,
either,
guys.
sorry, it either comes in of a lightish color to the deck or it comes darker to the deck. So anyway,
I, I love that. Thank
that's
you for the
my
clarification, Shawnee. I love that. So it basically the card stands out. It reveals
that's
itself
right.
with either a lighter or a darker color. That is friggin' awesome. Thanks, dude.
That's how I pick my cards anyway. So
That is so friggin' amazing. I love how we all work. Damn, we are so cool. Isn't magic amazing? I'm so down with magic. All right, my loves, that is color. We have smashed it. And look at us punching our way through the seven sacred tools. We have looked at journeys. We have looked at oracle cards. We have looked at book messages. And we looked at tarot cards. We looked at scrying, automatic writing. We did a tiny taste of that. Psychometry. And we are now starting to look at dreams. Bum, ba, bum. Dreams. Just curious, does anybody want to pop in the chat? Did just telling yourself to start noticing dreams, did that help anybody remember a dream? Just curious if just bringing a consciousness and awareness to the concept of dreams, did anybody remember a dream this week? Was it helpful to just ask? And just curious, did anybody use the dream journal? There was no pressure to use it. I just thought it was a cool tool to have a little structure. Anybody remember a dream? You don't have to call it out. Maybe just pop a D for dream if you remembered a dream this week. Yeah, baby. Go, honey. That's what I'm talking about. All right. D for dream. If you've got one of those puppies, we're going to do a very quick little boof. I don't know what to call it. DD, but not all of it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, amazing. And that's how it works, right? We don't always remember all of our dreams. They can be dreams are mysterious realms. We're going to do a tiny segment on dreams. It feels really important because dreaming is it's really one of our super brains, and it is important that we look at it. I love it at night, very aware to remember when I woke up, it was gone. That's okay, that's okay. Dream recall used to be amazing. It's waned recently. Dream journal might help. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, awesome. Um, we're just starting to bring attention to this, okay? Obviously, dreaming is part of the real world. Well, part of being a human. It's part of life, not part of necessarily conscious life. I am going to do the fastest little run through of a couple of things around dreams that I think can be really helpful. The reason I'm doing this is because dreaming, there's something very magical. Anybody who's had a dream, that most of us at some point in our lives have had at least one dream that left you like in awe, just going, wow, like I can't believe that happened while I was asleep. So most of us know enough to know that there is something cool happening in the dream state. And wouldn't it be cool if we could get more conscious access to that? Um, it definitely is a part of our brain being activated that has gifts and messages for us. So it is definitely part of the subconscious, that becomes active and starts processing information. So it's kind of got this cool link with our intuition. And so when we can start tapping into that more, it's like another way to receive messages. I know that some of you already are big dreamers, and it's actually one of your greatest psychic tools is to receive messages via dreaming. So I felt before we dive into, just some tips on dreaming, just very quickly, we had to mention the five brain waves. Come up with a little anagram here in case any of these rock your world, no pressure at all. Either dare to activate being great or deep theta allows being great. And they go in that order, like deep theta allows being great or dare to activate being great. These are the five brainwaves. Delta is deep sleep. So that's why I put this word deep, because it's actually deep sleep to help you remember D for delta, for deep sleep. Theta is the one where we dream. These are the cycles per second, right? So cycles of the brainwaves per second. Dreaming happens in this sweet spot of 4 to 8 cycles per second. And it's like shamanic journeying and dreaming. It is this place where we enter other realms and it is freaking magical. Alpha is the place of relaxation. It is this mystical place of meditation when you are deeply relaxed. For example, when you're watching a movie and your brain is not wandering, you're just in a receiving mode. That is relaxed. That's why I've put the word allow. So deep theta allows because that's this relaxed. Beta is about being awake. That is when you're awake and you are doing things. That is when you are in beta. That is where we spend most of our time, 13 to 39. Little puppies per second, rounds per second, waves per second, and gamma is the super brain, 40 to 80. That is when you are highly focused, activating your genius brain. They say there's a link between gamma and theta, and that's why we want to tap into it. Okay, we want to tap into it. I just wanted to just start with that so we know just the science. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're playing with. We want to bring some consciousness into our dream state. So it's very magical woo-woo what we're doing here. I'm going to talk about two things. One is about just remembering your dreams generally. What I have found over the years, I have had many different experiences with active periods in my life where I've been really into dream journaling and working with my dreams. I don't keep it up consistently. I just have periods of time where my body, sort of my soul says to me, dreams, we're going to come to you in dreams, and then I'm actively listening. I find, as always, if you want a good answer, write a good question. So, I would definitely recommend getting some type of dream journal or something next to your bed that you can immediately turn to super easily. I would get a pencil rather than a pen. I find works best for dream journals because with a pen, you have to write in a specific position in order for the pen to write, whereas with a pencil, it'll write no matter what. What I find, so you have your pencil and your paper ready or your dream journal with the one, for example, the one that I printed out, if that feels good for you. And that's 1 week per page in that dream journal. So you have your pencil and paper ready. One thing to note, if you catch yourself conscious during a dream, try to take an action that is wild and magical. So try to do some type of like super leap, try to fly, try to do something, try to check that you have conscious control in the dream, okay? Because that is what is called lucid dreaming. I'm going to talk about that in the next slide more deeply. And that is, man, that is like the sexy time of dreams. Every puppy wants to lucid dream. I did not realize how sexy that was. Like, there's like a whole world of lucid dreamers who have their own freaking portals and chat groups. Anyway, I'm gonna share just a couple of nuggets on lucid dreaming in case you feel called to dive into it and give it a try. All right. Now, when you wake up from any type of dream, or just when you wake up in the morning, my tip is this: don't move at all, like nothing. Don't stretch, don't move, just lie there for a second and tune in to see if there is a dream floating in the space. It sounds kind of woo-woo, but the dreams sit there. If you were just dreaming and you woke up, the dream will be sitting in this space. So I would immediately start tuning into that dream with your see process of like, oh, okay, so I'm swimming in the ocean and there's these two sperm whales. Okay, what are they doing there? Like, all right, cool. And what could this mean? Like, so you just, without pressure, it's a very low pressure vibe. So you're just tuning in and sort of extending your energy, your consciousness into the dream. And then once you start receiving some keys, you start jotting a few things down so that you don't forget it. History shows that if you do not write a dream down, you just don't remember them. Like the way to remember is writing them down. And you write down the detail, like a couple of keys, that you can then start exploring. So you write down anything that comes, then a couple of keys of like, oh yeah, there was like a sperm whale and I was like in the ocean and then there was this blah, 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 whatever, like a flag, whatever it is. And start seeing and exploring your dreams during the week, for further messages. So when a magical thing happens that when you start noticing your dreams and paying attention to your dreams, you start noticing more dreams and your soul starts realizing, oh, she's open to messages or he's open to messages or they're open to messages via the dreamscape. So that is what my tip is around dreams. Quickly with lucid dreaming. There's a lot of benefits around lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is when you are dreaming and you know you're dreaming and you can take action in the dream and you have conscious control within the dream. The reason that this is epic is that there are so many benefits. There's all this research that's been done on lucid dreaming. It decreases anxiety, it improves emotional regulation. It increases self-awareness. You can do active problem solving in dreams, and it is like scientifically proven to boost creativity and your inner genius. It is actually really epic, the results, and that is why, it's the Ferrari of the dream world. Every puppy wants to be a sexy lucid dreamer. I've been doing some research on this. I'm going to forward this slide to you. So I'm just very quickly going to run through it, but just know this is going to be forwarded to you. So you don't need to memorize anything at all or take any notes. Basically, there's several types. I did like hours of research in multiple sites, multiple YouTubers, anyway, a lot of time has gone into trying to turn this into a one screen nugget for you on what is lucid dreaming and how to do it. Basically, this is the synopsis is there's a couple of types. There's a few lucky people who do what's called wild lucid dreaming, and that is where you just do it naturally. I know that some of you, because I've chatted with some of you have actually done this and had an experience of wild lucid dreaming. So that is something that you can, if you've never had it, that is okay. It is something that you can work towards through one of these practices. So the mild is memory-induced lucid dreaming, and the WBTB is awake back to bed lucid dreaming technique. These are two separate techniques. You can try either or both on separate nights. But before you try either, your prep during the day is this. Your prep is to do 10 reality checks during the day. This makes us sound like we are mental. But what you need to do is this. During the day, you need to ask yourself the question, am I dreaming? And you need to do a reality test. The one that I think is an easy one is to um, so one of the reality tests they talk about is to get a couple of fingers and try to push them through your palm. In the real world, if you are awake, you cannot push your fingers through your palm. If you are dreaming, you generally can, because in the dream world, you can do anything. You can push your fingers through the palm, and the second you do that, in the dream world, you know that you are lucid dreaming and you are like, oh my God, I just asked a conscious question. I just pushed my finger through the palm. I have control. This is my world. What am I going to do in this theta state? Because you are activating some really cool juju. So, the reason why we do these reality checks is you want to start getting used to asking yourself this question: am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Because that is the first thing that you are going to do when you catch yourself aware that you are dreaming, is you're going to ask yourself that question: am I dreaming? Okay, so what we're doing is we're training our brain during the day to get used to asking this question. And we're teaching our brain, saying, oh, this question's really important. Like, okay, this question's really important. She keeps asking it. So if you really want to lucid dream, you do that practice and prep during the day. Then we have two forms of inducing lucid dreaming. The first form is called mild, it's memory induced. Basically, what it is, step one is you think of a recent dream that you have had. So you go to bed, you do all the things, you've got your notes beside you, comfortable room, like comfy bed, you're in your sleeping position and you're lying there and you think of a recent dream that you have had and you start imagining that you have control in that dream and that you are taking lots of cool action. So you start saying to yourself, I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. Oh my God, I'm dreaming. And you start repeating this mantra, like, I'm lucid dreaming tonight. Oh wow, I am lucid dreaming. And so you start doing that and really getting expansive. So, for example, for me, when I tried this technique, I had had a dream the night before around this big truck, this big semi-trailer blocking the entire expansive energy of a bridge. And so when I did this, and I was like, oh my God, okay, cool, I'm dreaming, I'm dreaming. And then I was like, oh, right, awesome. And so then what I personally did was I was like, oh, I grabbed the truck with my hand and just moved it out of the way, and then I had this whole breakout scene of like this whole, dance breakout scene. It was like a flash mob. It was magnificent. There were unicorns in that flash mob, I might add. So anyway, it was amazing. Uh, but you do whatever you want, and you fall asleep in that energy, repeating that vibe of I am a lucid dreamer. I am lucid dreaming tonight. I'm so lucky to be lucid dreaming. I can't believe I'm lucid dreaming. I'm so excited to be lucid dreaming. Whatever's right for you, you do you. And if you wake up, you do a little reality check, because you always want to keep testing this reality check. You want to keep asking that question, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? And you cycle again. You start imagining that dream again. And the idea is that you are training your brain. It's like a little hypnosis-y vibe, that you are training your brain that, that cycle, of sleep is super important. And I want to spend more time there. The other way that you can do this is this wake back to bed method. And literally all it is you go to bed as always, you've got your notes beside you, all the deal. And you set an alarm for 4 to 5 hours from when you go to sleep. I have not tried this because I'm extremely precious around my sleep, and this feels like a form of torture. Sleep deprivation is a real form of torture. I know that I need to try it, but I just haven't yet because I'm like, dude, this is hard. Anyways, this apparently has the highest success rate if you are willing to wake up in the middle of the night. So anyway, what happens is this: you set your alarm, you go to bed as normal, and you start running through all the senses because we've just been through all the seven senses, or we're going through all those seven senses. You could go through all seven of them, but as long as you go through two or three of them, seeing, hearing, touching, you start just observing with your eyes closed. What do you see? What do you hear? And what do you touch? You do 5 rounds of those for around 5 minutes total. Okay. And what you're doing is you're telling your brain that I want to experience things with my eyes closed. I want to experience things in the dream world. Okay. Both of them are a little form of subliminal hypnosis style juju. And when your alarm goes off, right, 4 to 5 hours after you go to sleep, God freaking help you, you do your little reality check because we're always just doing that of like, oh, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? And then what you do is you get up for 20 minutes. That means actually getting up. And doing something conscious with your conscious active brain for around 20 minutes is what they recommend, 20 minutes to half an hour. And then you go back to sleep, doing another round of the see, hearing, touch, back to sleep. And what happens then is you will go very quickly into your theta state and start dreaming immediately, giving you a much higher chance of remembering your dreams. That, my love, is lucid dreaming. So, I'm going to leave that with you to vibe, and there's no pressure for this. What I will say is I am going to have a Dream Master gem as bonus gem for people, and we will see who becomes the Dream Master of the quest. And it's going to be the person who just is really most called to work powerfully with their dreams, either really starting to receive their dreams in a new way or someone who starts embarking on their journey of lucid dreaming. I just felt like I had to at least expose you to this concept of dream world, lucid dreaming, because it is truly a magical realm. And for some of you, it's going to be a game changer, my darlings. So that is lucid dreaming. We are going to do now, that is, oh my God, that is our 7 sacred tools. You're going to love what I have done here. I think you're going to love what I've done there because we have smashed our tools and I want to show you guys what I did because we smashed our tools. I think you're going to like it. Look at this. Yeah, two-part time. Two-part time. I found tools. I was really into it. Is anybody into the tools? I loved it. I found a hammer too. Look at that. Booyah. Two-party time. Two-party time. We have smashed our tools because we're a pack of freaking legends. That's why. All right, I'm so proud of us. All right, I'm so proud of us with our tool smashing. Okay, my darlings. Now, we are going to do a final piece of tarot. Now, I'm going to zip through this so that we can have one very, very, very quick breakout room. And let's do it. Let's do a quick dive through the tarot, my darlings. So, what we've done so far. Remembering we've got our 4 suits. We looked at swords representing air and our thinking. We looked at cups representing water and our emotions. We looked at wands representing fire and action. And today we are diving into pentacles representing earth and the physical realm. Booyah! We journeyed through the dark night of the friggin' soul with our mind. We chose badly. We had to recover. There was like, people were not okay with us. We were up at night. Stories had to end, but we mastered our mind. We started becoming a boss. Mental clarity came and then became the journey of the path of self-love. We started connecting with people. We started partying with community. We started getting opportunities brought to us. We started getting grateful. We had to let go of what didn't serve us, find what fulfilled us emotionally, started getting some emotional rewards, and started really becoming the boss of our nervous system and our emotion. Amazing. Last week we learned about the wands, then we navigated our emotions, and that gave us the confidence to take some action. We went on a little journey. We started planning a whole new way of living. We got the confidence, we journeyed, we took some risks, we met some cool peeps. Not everybody was into it. We didn't care. We were like, I'm a friggin' boss and I deserve good things. We overcome some odds. Spirit threw us a bone and supported us. We got a little bit drained and tired by a little bit of push energy, but we got a burst of illumination, remembered that we come from source. We got the job done and we became this visionary, inspirational leader. Oh my God, look at us smash it, bringing us to the pentacles. To the pentacles, my darlings. Pentacles! We in the Pentacles, they are all about abundance. Oh, yeah, we're bringing in the money. I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, I just felt to do that. So we're finally reaping the rewards from the friggin' journey that we've done, man. We have been through it. So look at this. As always, the aces. The aces show us like, illuminated with light. He's holding the coin in their hands. You know, there's this garden growing, a beautiful little portal there to step through with a mountain. You can just see it's something beautiful. It's abundance. It's showing you there's abundance coming. There's an opportunity. Something cool is coming. And what happens when we get new things coming? We have to adapt. We have to balance. There's often a juggling act when we start receiving something new, even if it's good. It's learning, the juggling, the balancing, the adaptation. Okay, so the C behind is a little bit wobbly. He's having his little juggle. Even though he's got a couple of cool coins, he's working out how to play with them. Then he goes, all right, well, maybe I can get a bit of advice, bit of help. So he goes and gets a mentor, bit of collaboration, bit of advice, bit of teamwork. He's like, okay, I can do this together. Like, this is cool. But then what happens? Bum, bum, bit of fear. Card number 4, bit of fear. He's got his little coins under his feet. He's holding them to his chest. He's got them in his head. They're hidden and he's scared. He's like, what if I don't get any more coins? What if there's not enough coins? I want to do the coins my way. As we know, control doesn't go that well. Generally doesn't go that well. What happens? When you go into this energy of fear, it brings this energy of survival. You know, there's this hardship. Yeah, there is this resilience because you've had to go through it. So this is like something tough that comes from the energy of fear, you know, saying, man, you're off course, sweet pea. Stop being afraid. But what happens after that then realizes, wait a minute, I might need to actually receive some help and let myself, you know, be exposed to the energy of generosity from others. So this is like, wait a minute, I'm doing it hard right now, but I can let people help me. Balance is being restored. There's the little scales here, and this is letting yourself receive. From the magic of receiving, you move into this extraordinary gift of the harvest. You start planning, you start getting patient. There is something epic happening here. It is absolutely beautiful. And what else do I have to say about this card? This is, he kind of looks like he's proud, but he's also still dreaming. So he's got some stuff. He's got a little bit of initial harvest, but he's still planning. He's thoughtful. You know, he's going, wow, this is amazing. I've come really far and I'm really proud. And then he realizes, you know what? This is going to take work. If I want the life of my dreams full of abundance, full of like glorious, magnificent, you know, experiences and wealth, then I need to do the work. What am I willing to commit to? What am I willing to practice? What am I willing to master? I am doing this. And then that moves into this energy of this independence, of stability and security. Look at her. There's some freaking bird hand on her hand. She is so super chill. The coins are everywhere. She's cloaked in yellow. She's had so much courage, you know, to take action. She's really starting to be rewarded with this sense of she's working towards financial independence, you know. And then what happens in the 10? Everything comes. The dream partner, you know, this is about legacy that lasts generations, deep foundations. The dogs are coming up, pouring the love onto the scene. Like it's so clearly fruitful and abundant. And like the abundance is just pouring through that card, right? It's very clear. Then we move into the court cards of our pentacles. You know, we've really started having a lot of wins. And then what we know is that look at all the bright yellow in these cards, right? All that beautiful solar plexus energy being activated of will, you know, abundance, like I'm willing to take action. There is this focus, dedication, and passion with the page. The page is like, it's not over yet. This is going to take a continual energy of holding my focus, you know, constantly dreaming in and holding the vibration of what I desire. He knows that there's some responsibility, there's some practicality to it, and there's some effort, you know. And as always, the knights know that they have to take action. The knight is always about action. And this is stepping into the queen. This is the intuitive side of wealth, the intuitive side of abundance. She is so chill. Look at her. She's freaking magnificent. This is clearly an abundant card, and yet there's this energy of surrender in it, this nurturing energy. She's so nurtured by the wealth that she's created and the abundance she's created. And there is this extraordinary energy of magnificent promise, you know, of even more coming with the king, like this steady abundance, something very strong. Look at what he's cloaked in. It's like nature is pouring all over him. The castle's there. We have come through the court cards. Look at us. We got like a little suit party time. I've got to show you this because I think you're going to froth as much as I did with what I found. I looked up suits and look what I found. Look what I found for suit party time. Yes! Suit party time! Suit party time, baby! We are smashing it with our suit party time pack of freaking legends. That's what we are. All right, my darlings. So, now, where are we? I am looking at the clock, 8:59. I know that one of you need to leave right on 9 o'clock. I would love to just do one very quick breakout room that I can just throw you guys in. Let me just quickly chat. Amazing. Okay, perfect. Couple of extra minutes. Amazing. No problem. No problem at all. We're going to do a super, see you next week, darling. Thank you, everyone. Do super quick 2-minute breakout room and let us do it. I think I've got it already set up. Okay, perfect. We're ready to go. 2 people per room. You can have 2 minutes each, and then I'll just do a quick little 3-minute wrap up, my darlings. Okay, 2 minutes each in the room. Let's go. Opening the rooms now. All right, my darlings, swapping over now, honeys. I know it's a super quick one today. Swapping over. Hmm, hmm, hmm. And for those of you watching the recording, um, I would love for you to just do a couple of more mini readings on yourself, my loves, and I will see you back in one moment to wrap things up for the day. And just quickly wrapping up for the day, I hope you enjoyed that final little mini breakout. A reminder, perfect, goodbye, goodbye, amazing. And just a reminder of our magical outcome for Mission 5. We got our life action plan gem today. Freaking amazing. Just a reminder for next week to bring your dream notes and bring a picture of whatever posse you connect with, a specific picture of a particular being or energy, because we're going to make an energetic essence. Perfect, amazing. See you next week. Perfect. Just a reminder that we're having the practice party today for those of you who are staying. And the next practice parties are week 7 and week 9. We will see you next time. Don't forget to join the hub or the Rebel Unicorn group. Don't forget that 4 diamond gems for your devoted diamond keeper. And, until next time, stay magical, my darlings, and so much love to you all. I am going to do, do, do,
And
stop this
happy
recording.
birthday!
Thank you. Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, beauty.